Hey guys, my name is The Souls Knight, and today I want to talk about how Activision, or well, Call of Duty as a whole, has gone down a downward spiral. Bef- And we all know about the Boy client cease and desist shutdown, and along with SM2 being shut down as well due to copyright infringement from Activision. And in all honesty, it hurts. This honestly is a devastating moment for Call of Duty as a whole. I had really, like, really high hopes for, I had really high hopes for this game. It was one of the more, it was one of the games that I was really hoping would revive, or well, not games, but like clients that would revive the franchise as a whole from the shambles or well, ashes of what it was once before, due to the fact that it's gotten so much worse over time. Call of Duty, like after BO3, it started to go downhill. We all, but we can all admit that Infinite Warfare wasn't bad. It was just we were tired of all the jump boost games, all the jetpack games, all exosuits. We were all tired of it. But then came World War II. World War II was by far a mediocre version of what we had all gotten used to, and it all went straight down the toilet after that. And I'm not talking about Modern Warfare. Modern Warfare is a better version of is a better version of, well, what we got later on. It was just more campy than the original Modern Warfare. Sure, yes, the original Modern Warfare was very campy, but this game insinuates you should camp. Then came Cold War, which, not gonna lie, it was very boring. Content was boring, and there was nothing really interesting about it other than it's a new Black Ops game, and it had a story. Sure, yes, some of the multiplayer weapons were amazing, but it was just it wasn't even that good whenever you think about it. And of course, what really drove down Activision was Vanguard. Oh my word. Vanguard was one of the worst Call of Duties I have ever seen in my life. Not only did it take the absolute bare minimum of advice, barely any barely anything barely anything from barely anything from the actual games. It just never fully like what I'm trying to say is Vanguard wasn't even classified as a Call of Duty game to so many people. Vanguard was one of the, and I mean the worst Call of Duties to ever be released. Like worse than Ghost and worse than Advanced Warfare. And people had high hopes as well as I did for the revival of the Call of Duty franchise with the Boy client along with SM2. Unfortunately, they got banned, and we all know what happened after that. Cease and desist and so many other bullshit. And well, I have to and the only reason why they did it is because since they're older Call of Duties and they no longer get updated, yeah. The only update they got was that bug fix that didn't fix anything. And yeah, it's honestly not a bad way to look at it. It's genuinely sad to look at the state of Call of Duty. And they tried to do better with the remake of Modern Warfare 2, which wasn't bad. Like the story, but the story and the multiplayer is so boring and lackluster. Like you just want to hit your head through a wall while trying to get through the gameplay of the story mode. And oh my God, oh, it's a doozy. Granted, there are some good points about Modern Warfare 2 2022 edition. It's just I feel like it's a mockery of what I used to love about Call of Duty back in the old YouTube days, back in the old PS3, Xbox days when people would fight on, oh no, PS3 is better, anything like that. Sure, yes, it was a stupid little way to show that see which was better, but we loved it. It was amazing. But yeah, ever since the removal of the Boy client and the SM2 client, all hope is now lost, and I am quite sad about it. And what makes this even worse, they tried to promote Vanguard, they tried to promote all these other Call of Duty games that don't hit the same as BO3 did, along with Modern Warfare 2 and 3. And it's honestly sad to see one of my favorite game franchises turn into this mess of absolute disgusting bullshit. And it's just genuinely sad to see what I grew up with turn into this piece of garbage bullshit. And to make matters even worse, this only happened because they still get microtransactions from BO3 and because they didn't want to lose the IP to Modern Warfare 2 since they had to remake it. It's honestly disgusting to see Activision just do this with old games they have no part in anymore. Like they don't update it, they don't even have the files for it probably. And I personally think the only reason why they're doing this because they realized normal gamers that have no years of actual coding experience made the game better for everyone else involved. Instead of charging people money, they gave everyone free access to every single weapon in the game, didn't make it hard for them to grind and all that shit, and made it easier to actually play games without having to worry about running into hackers in their games. And it's genuinely sad that the only reason why they did is because of the microtransactions from BO3 in general. And they give a shit like Vanguard and Modern Warfare 2 20,000, well, 2022 edition. And it, I don't understand why Activision can't just make a good Call of Duty game once in a while. Like, understandably, yes, people do like Modern Warfare 2 2022 edition. I understand that. But me personally, I don't like it. It's not that great. It's genuinely one of the most boring ones, but I'd rather play it than Vanguard. But yeah, BO3 is in a state where not I only want to well not BO3. The Call of Duty franchise is at a state where I don't even want to play Call of Duty anymore. I've been starting to go back to games like Mario Kart, Fortnite, ironically. I don't play as much, but I go back to it once in a while. Rocket League, which I don't play at all really. I just play once in a while as well, but it's fun. I like it. And Minecraft, and along with a lot of games that I still need to finish because, well, I'm bored. Call of Duty has ruined what I love, and I can't even play it safely anymore without worrying about being hacked on my console or anything like that. It's honestly terrifying to see what happened to my favorite franchise. And if this happens to any other video game franchise, I'm going to be scared because well, Nintendo has done this shit before too. Now that Activision is doing it, what's to stop 343 from doing it to people just trying to revive the Halo franchise? Oh, wait, they have. This is not a uncommon thing that's happening. These developers are scared that people are going to stop buying microtransactions from the games that they shitly built, and seeing that people with no coding experience or video game development are kicking their ass at developing a game. It honestly disgusts me to see what's going on to these amazing franchises turning into these heaps of boring and heaps of garbage. It's sad, honestly sad. And I don't know how Call of Duty as a whole is going to recover from this menagerie of bullshit. And yeah, it's not that great. And unfortunately, we can't do anything about it. It's not up to us, it's not up to anyone else but the people that make the games. And it's so sad that I just don't want this to happen at all. And unfortunately, it does. And it hurts to see it happen. Because I love Call of Duty. I loved Call of Duty as a kid. I remember coming home from school and booting up Advanced Warfare or BO3 or Infinite Warfare on my PS4 and just shitting on some fuckers in multiplayer deathmatch or free for all. I used to be so good, but then I just lost interest in playing it because the Call of Duty games that came afterwards weren't that good. And yeah, it's sad. I love this franchise, but I don't know how it's going to turn out in the future. And I wish there was something I could do to save this franchise and make it great again for not just me and others like me, but the future generation of gamers. They should know what good games are instead of this bullshit that we see Activision give us for like 2 years of work, so-called work. They give us a whole pile of bullshit that was probably made in fucking Unity. And hell, people using Unity have made better games than fucking Activision. Example, Lixian. Markiplier's editor has made so many games for Markiplier to play that it just looks like a starting up game company made those games. But it was Lixian, a editor for Markiplier. I just hope things change. I don't want this to be something that happens forever, and I honestly hope this Call of Duty drought ends because I want to play my favorite game again. I want to have fun. I don't want to play this boring mesh of bullshit from game developers that don't give a shit about their community. Well, that was my take on how Call of Duty is handling, or well, Activision is handling their franchise. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe to the channel to see more content, and you know, comment down below anything that you wish. But uh, yeah, this has been the Phantom Knight or Solus Knight, and I'm signing off for today.